Once upon a time, high in the Emerald Mountains where mist danced, there lived a lively group of monkeys known as the Bamboo Band.
There was Milo, the brave leader with a crooked tail. Lila, the clever one who always found the best ingredients. Kiko, the chubby little food lover who could smell ripe fruit from miles away. Sora, the speedy scout with bright orange fur. And tiny Nini, the baby of the group who mostly clapped and cheered.
One golden morning, Milo stood on a high rock and declared, "Friends, today we cook a real feast at the secret waterfall table." The others whooped and swung from vine to vine, already dreaming of banana leaf plates and mango sauce. They split up like a little jungle SWAT team. Sora zipped ahead to scout the waterfall ledge, the perfect flat stone table with a view. Lila gathered wild lemongrass, bird's eye chilies, and tender young ginger. Kiko proudly carried the biggest jackfruit he could hug. Nini collected shiny river stones to heat over the fire. Milo carried their secret weapon, a battered old aluminum pot they'd borrowed from a careless camper 2 summers ago. By noon, they had claimed the smooth granite shelf right beside the thundering waterfall. Spray from the falls kept everything cool and misty, while a warm sunbeam found its way through the canopy exactly onto their cooking spot, nature's own stovetop spotlight. Leela built a clever little fire ring using Nini's river stones. Kiko split the jackfruit with both hands in dramatic monkey growls. Sora raced back and forth, bringing perfect bamboo skewers. Milo stirred a bubbling pot of coconut milk, chilies, lemongrass, and chunks of sweet potato they dug up on the way. Nini sat on the edge, kicking her tiny feet in the air and chanting, "Hot, hot, yummy, yummy," every time steam rose. When the sun was highest, the feast was ready. Smoky grilled jackfruit skewers brushed with honey from a secret hive. Creamy coconut vegetable curry served on broad banana leaves. Roasted mountain yams rolled in crushed peanuts. Fresh figs and rambutan for dessert. And icy cold water from the waterfall itself, drunk straight from cupped hands. They sat in a circle, with the waterfall roaring behind them, like applause. Kiko ate so much his belly looked like a furry beach ball. Lila carefully saved one perfect chili for next time spice emergency. Sora did a victory somersault that almost sent him over the edge. Milo caught his tail just in time. Nini fell asleep mid-bite with mango juice painted across both cheeks. As the golden afternoon light turned soft and orange, Milo raised his leaf cup of waterfall water. To the best kitchen in the whole jungle, and to the friends who make every meal a celebration. They all clinked leaves, hooted, chattered, and laughed until their voices mixed with the endless song of the falls. And high on that misty mountain ledge with full bellies and sticky fingers, the Bamboo Band agreed. The very best meals are the ones you cook together, especially when the table is made of stone, the stove is sunshine, and the music is a waterfall that never stops singing. As the orange sunset melted into twilight and fireflies began their tiny lantern parade, the Bamboo Band decided the day was too perfect to end just yet. Milo wiped mango juice from his crooked tail and said, "Friends, we've eaten like kings, but kings need stories. Who's got the best tale to tell under the stars?" Milo wiped mango juice from his crooked tail and said, "Friends, we've eaten like kings, but kings need stories. Who's got the best tale to tell under the stars?" Milo wiped mango juice from his crooked tail and said, "Friends, we've eaten like kings, but kings need stories. Who's got the best tale to tell under the stars?" Kiko puffed out his chest and began in his deepest, most dramatic voice, which still sounded a bit like a full tummy rumble. Long ago, before any of us had names, a banana grew so enormous it blocked the whole sky. It was golden and perfect until a grumpy thundercloud rolled in and said, "That banana is too shiny. I'm gonna rain on it until it's soggy and sad." But the giant banana refused to droop. It called to the wind, "Help me stand tall." The wind blew so hard the thundercloud spun like a dizzy top. Then the sun peeked out and said, "Shine on, brave banana." And the banana grew even brighter. So bright, the thundercloud got embarrassed, turned pink, and floated away to sulk behind another mountain. Kiko finished with a proud monkey grin. And that's why bananas are always sunny yellow. They won the battle. Sora somersaulted in applause, carefully this time, and shouted, "Best story, now mine! The time I outran a very grumpy leopard, twice." Sora somersaulted in applause, carefully this time, and shouted, "Best story, now mine! The time I outran a very grumpy leopard, twice." "But this version has a new ending," Sora insisted, eyes sparkling. In the new ending, the leopard finally says, "Okay, you win, Orange Monkey. Let's share the mango tree instead of chasing." And we became friends. Sort of. He still growls when I zoom past too fast. Milo laughed so hard he almost slipped off the ledge again. That's the spirit. Leela, your turn. Something clever, please. Lila thought for a moment, then spoke in her calm, knowing voice. Once, there was a little seed that fell into the crack of a big gray rock. Everyone said, "Poor seed, you'll never grow here. No soil, no water, no chance." But the seed whispered to the rock, "Just wait." Every morning, it drank the mist from the waterfall. Every night, it sang to the moon. Years passed, and one day, a tiny green shoot poked out, then another, until the rock was covered in vines and flowers, and birds built nests in the branches that grew from the crack. The rock grumbled at first, "You're tickling me." But soon it said, "Thank you, little seed. I was lonely before you came." And that's why even the hardest places can become gardens if someone believes and keeps trying. Nini, now fully awake and inspired, clapped her tiny hands. "My turn, my story." She bounced up and down.
Everyone leaned in, pretending it was the most important tale ever told. Nini took a big breath and declared in her squeakiest voice, "Once there was a baby monkey who ate all the mango and got sticky and fell asleep and dreamed of more mango." The end.
The whole band burst into hoots and cheers. Sora pretended to faint from how epic it was. Kiko gave Nini a gentle high-five paw. Milo lifted her onto his shoulders so she could see the first stars peeking through the canopy. As the fire crackled low and the waterfall sang its endless lullaby, Milo looked around at his sticky, happy friends. The whole band burst into hoots and cheers. Sora pretended to faint from how epic it was. Kiko gave Nini a gentle high-five paw. Milo lifted her onto his shoulders so she could see the first stars peeking through the canopy. As the fire crackled low and the waterfall sang its endless lullaby, Milo looked around at his sticky, happy friends. Sora grinned. And racing. Nini yawned hugely. And napping. They all laughed again, softer this time, as the night wrapped the mountain in cool velvet. High on their secret stone table, with the mist still dancing and the stars listening in, the bamboo band curled up together, full of food, full of stories, and most of all, full of each other. And somewhere in the jungle below, the ancient trees whispered to one another. There goes the happiest little band in all the mountains, cooking, laughing, and loving every single day. The end, or just the beginning of tomorrow's adventure.